Listen, all right. This letter comes from Mister I Got the Juice.
All
Okay,
right, all right.
what is up, fellas? I don't know if this is it's advice that I need or just a chance to see if I'm not the only one that this is happening to. You know, misery loves company.
Indeed,
I'm
indeed.
43 years old and I have been married for close to 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
My wife and I have 3 kids, one that's 24 and 20-year-old twins.
Damn.
So they're all out of the house, either at college or on their own.
All right.
So the wife and I are at home alone.
Empty nest.
Now, when we were younger, I had to chase my wife around. When I was younger, I had to chase my wife around to do like Elgin says and clap her cheeks. I chased and chased, but to the point I know she was tired of my ass. But now I'm tired. I don't have the desire like I used to. Don't get me wrong, when I want some, I don't have an issue coming to perform. I can get harder than a midget on steroids, but the hunger isn't what it used to be. But the missus now, she's the one chasing. And the funny part about it is that now she's the one that's getting annoyed and frustrated. I had to tell her the other day, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And that now she knows how I feel. She even went as far as to ask me to talk to my doctor about it, which I think is unfair because I never asked her to seek medical help when she was the one when I was the one chasing her. It's all just quote unquote fascinating to me. Am I alone in this phenomena? Have you all heard of this happening before?
Yes.
Thanks. Your listener, I got the juice.
Yes,
So-
I've heard of this multiple times.
Definitely. This is
It
not,
is an absolute natural phenomenon, my guy.
you know, the way you're talking, you know, there might be some other stressor, some other unresolved issue that can really even preoccupy you emotionally. You know, men can become emotionally preoccupied to the point that they can't perform. You know, I've been there. I've been, I'm not gonna lie. I've been there. There have been, you know, devastating things and all horrible things that will just remove my mind and heart
get into your head. You get
from
into
that
your own head.
space. You know what I'm saying? I'll be so far away from that. And then the thing is, women think that, but aren't I your solace for these things?
My
Shouldn't I?
guy.
Shouldn't this help? Isn't this to help? Shouldn't this be help? Well, I mean, it's not. It's not.
Interesting conversation.
Yeah, as I'm saying, like my babe. It's not that you are my solace, but what I'm going through is what I'm going through is a little bit bigger than I thought, and oftentimes our own pride will get in our way and compound the issue.
True.
Our own, and we'll have a tough time, breaking the situation down for ourselves before breaking it down for our significant other, and starting to come to terms with things and maybe calm the fuck down.
It's not surprising that a woman would respond that way to this type of situation, and I think it's in some way understandable. I don't think it's necessarily fair, but I do think it's understandable why women would respond in that way. But I think if we break it down into categories, for instance, first, the fact that you and your wife are still in a marriage and an intimate place after all those years, that you guys were able to survive life to make it to this point that you guys are, to be able to face another challenge together. Sincerely, kudos to you and her for getting to this place, because the shit's not fucking easy. Male impetus within the black diaspora is a real thing. It's a real thing. It's not always the fact that black men specifically, have been spending all of their years being sexually active, right? Because that's the non-scientific emotional response that women will use as saying when men say that they can't rise to the occasion. It's some sort of slight to our masculinity and to our ego not only because of the sexual component, but because of the role that you, Black women and Black men, desire us to play in the community as superhero, savior, protector, provider, in all the ways. And so when I can't give you the meat and clap the cheeks the right way one day because I have had a long day, you automatically assuming that I'm clapping the cheeks of a fucking Karen somewhere, not understanding that no, a Karen cut me off in fucking traffic and I wanted to chase her ass down, but I was afraid that if I did, the police would catch me and put 16 in me. Right? We don't get that type of consideration when it comes to these types of issues. Now, to the brother, my man, my advice would be to you: go to the doctor, get a physical, have the conversation with your doctor, the doctor I'm sure that you've had for a number of years. Because the one thing about Black men, when we find a doctor, we ain't going nowhere. Because after you know what I mean, see my
Invested your
balls the
time in
first
one, you're
time,
not switching up.
I'm not trying to show you my ball, show a whole bunch of different people my balls. So
You
you
got
get
it.
one fucking shot at it.
You got it. You got it.
I'm keeping you around. So go see that doctor, have that
forever.
conversation with the doctor,
Yeah.
and explain to the doctor what you're going on. So the fact, my man, that you don't have the same appetite that you once did, it's fair to reason that you may be suffering. Not negatively. I don't want you to take this as a slight to your manhood, but you may be suffering in an area where your libido is not functioning in the same way. And to be fair, it's not supposed to function the same way it did when you were 20 years
As you
old.
got older, you
It's
right about
supposed to
that.
fucking change. If you want to test the strength of your relationship, tell your significant other no when they want to have sex. If you want to see a part of your woman
Listen.
You're
that
gonna
you
see, you're
never
gonna
will
see,
get a chance to
you're gonna see
see,
the ego. Her ego will be on full
tell
display.
her
Listen.
Her
no.
ego
When
will
she's
be on
hot
full
and
display.
spicy
And
and like
that
Niagara Falls down that
Ego,
joint,
that
tell her
is
no.
that is it, my guy. Now I want to make sure that
her
I'm
ego will
very,
be
very clear.
will be on
There are
fire.
so
Her
many
ego will be on
elements to
fire.
this conversation
Oh,
that
yeah.
we
Oh, yeah.
need to make sure that we lay out. Okay. Yes, this could possibly be a medical situation. Though you said you're able to get an erection,
Or
the hunger,
psychological.
the
Sure.
libido is not there. And that's typically, at least from what I understand, is a lack of testosterone, which is
Right.
what helps to build or enhance your sex drive. So you should possibly go to the doctor to ask for that. Also, the dynamics between your in your relationship are a little bit different. When you were chasing your wife, you had kids that were in the house, so maybe the reason why she wasn't able to reciprocate is because the kids were. It's. I'm trying to lay it
Yes.
out so we're all listen. I'm laying it out so that we all have a better understanding of what's
Here
going on.
comes O's Bell
Listen,
fun again. Go ahead.
no. But the bottom line for me personally, is that this is an egregious misstep. This is an over sexualization, hypersexualization of Black men,
Black
and it's
men.
one of the most unfortunate things that you can
It's
possibly
most
see.
unfortunate, uncomfortable, unfair,
Unfair thing, and
ooh,
the part
and
that got
destructive.
me, the part that got me honestly was when he said that she asked him to go to his doctor and get it checked out. Now I
Ooh.
want us to reverse those situations. If when he was chasing, his wife told him that she didn't have the hunger that he has,
He can't. He
and
can't
he
say
said,
that.
"Well,
He
why
can't say
don't
that.
you go
He's
get
an
that
insensitive
looked at?"
It
bastard if
would
he
be a
says that.
fight. It would be World
It
War
Right.
Three
would.
in there. It'd be
She
World War Three in there.
she would
Her
set
friends would
fire
know.
to
Her mother would
fucking
know.
rain.
Man,
Elgin already
man.
said it. One of the most telling points in a relationship is for a man, and it happens to all of us, and probably happens to some of us multiple times within the course of our relationships.
Right.
Is if your wife is hungry, so to speak, and you tell her no.
When
What
the
do you
funds
mean
is
no?
low, the guns are blow, looking for that one that come
Oh,
running it.
nigga,
Yeah, man.
that you tell her no? Hold up, what do you mean no?
Who else
You
are you
don't
getting
find
it from?
you know you no. The first question is you don't find
You
me
don't find me
attractive
attractive
anymore?
anymore? Oh yeah,
Right.
If you
because
don't find me
again,
attractive, what's the problem? Why can't you get it up? Are you seeing someone? Maybe it's something wrong with you. Now, I want us to have this conversation and just flip it, right? If we were to say all of these things to a trustworthy, dedicated woman in our life because we were hungry, what do you think that the results would be?
We'd be pigs.
Like you said, you would probably be, and probably rightfully so,
we'd be
one
called
of the
a
most
pig.
insensitive motherfuckers on earth.
We'd be called a pig. We'd be called a pig.
But because we are expected to perform at the drop of a hat, just because we see some ass and titties, let's keep it funky.
Ass and titties that women are displaying.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
What is that?
Ass and titties that women are showing.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that supposed to?
I mean, they
Why
get up, they decide what to wear, and they go out in public and do that. And
again, to be clear, what we are not saying,
not judging that. That's what you
just
chose
to be
to do.
clear.
That's your choice.
Again, if me and a woman have been in an intimate relationship on more than 2 occasions, right? More than 2 occasions. By the 3rd occasion, the woman knows what I like. She knows where the spot is. She knows what to do. So. She knows, because it wouldn't be a 3rd occasion if she doesn't know, my guy. Okay, just to be clear. Hold on. I might clap twice, but the 3rd time I might clap.
3 strikes
you don't
are
know
out.
what to do. Hey.